chapter 17 of Ramayana's Sundara Kanda, the narration of Hanuman. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Dadimuka went back to Madhuvana and he found the monkeys just getting over their intoxication. Some of them were sober and others were just half awake. He went to the presence of Angada, the prince, and standing with his palms folded, he said, "My dear prince, child, please forgive me and the guards for trying to stop you from enjoying yourself. Please do not be incensed by our foolishness. You are the prince and the master of this garden. It was wrong, nay, highly impertinent on my part to have behaved as I did. I seek your forgiveness. In my foolish anger, I left you all and rushed to the presence of the king and told him about the happenings here. He was extremely happy when he heard about it, and I was amazed. He was happy that you had all come back. He sent me to you with the message. Ask them to come and see me soon. Rama, Lakshmana and I are waiting for the news brought by them, and we are impatient. I was asked to give you this message." Angada, after hearing the words of Dadimuka, said, "Evidently Rama also knows about our tarrying here. Let us not spend any more time here, but let us go back to our king." He addressed the monkeys and said, "You have been allowed to have your fill of the madhu, which is precious to my uncle. Let us now hasten to the presence of the king." The army rose up as one man and hurried on the last lap of their journey. Some flew in the air and some leaped from tree to tree, and soon they were in the presence of Sugriva. Sugriva, in the meantime, was talking to Rama about the news which they were sure to hear. He said, "Be of good cheer, my friend. Sita has been discovered. I am sure of it. The time I had stipulated has been overstepped, and they would never have had the courage to come back to me without their task being completed. Prince Angada, who led the army, would never have come back to me. I am certain of that. He would have been frightened of the punishment I would have meted out to him and his troop, which might have failed in the mission. Angada would not have had the courage to grant permission to the army to drink the honey and the wines which have been exclusively mine. His great enthusiasm and his assurance that I will not be angry with any of them proves to me that they are bringing us good tidings about Sita. And I am sure it was Hanuman who has dared to enter the enemy's country and discovered her whereabouts. Forget your misery, Rama. The time has come when sorrow should be shed, since it will soon be forgotten." The monkey host arrived with a great tumultuous noise. Each one of the monkeys walked as though he had managed to achieve the impossible, and they strutted with pride. Sugriva heard the noise and he was happy. He waited for a while, and Hanuman with Angada led them to his presence. Their faces were beaming with joy as they prostrated before their king, Rama and Lakshmana. Hanuman prostrated again and again before Rama and said, "Sita has been seen." It was heavenly for them to hear the words of Hanuman, and he told them briefly first about his finding Sita unharmed by Ravana, but very unhappy because of her captivity, her separation from her lord, and because of the hopelessness of her condition. Sugriva was very proud of his men who had helped him to keep his promise. Lakshmana looked with affection at Hanuman, and Rama's eyes rested with love and grace on Hanuman, who stood humbly before him after telling him about Sita, after giving him a new lease of life. Hanuman waited for an opportunity to tell Rama in detail about the many happenings in Lanka, and the monkeys vied with each other to tell Rama about the captivity of Sita and about the cruelties she had to face. From the graphic manner in which they spoke, it would seem as though it was these monkeys and not Hanuman who who had seen all these. Rama asked again, I am glad to know that Sita is unharmed and still alive. Only tell me, where is she? What does she think of me? Tell me all about Sita. The monkeys, with slightly ashamed faces, went to Hanuman and stood by his side silently, looking at him as if to say, It is up to you to take up where we left off. Rama was looking on with a smile, and Lakshmana hid a broad smile which was dawning on his lips. Sugriva was too happy to see anything comical in the situation. Jai Shri Hanuman, Jai Shri Sita Ram. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Shri Ramar Pranamastu. Chapter 17, Part 2 of Ramayana's Sundara Kanda, the narration of Hanuman. Apadamahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokaviramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Hanuman came near to Rama. Solemnly he made a namaskara in the direction where Sita was and then said, My lord, Rama, with a desire to see Sita Devi, I leaped across the sea which was 100 yojanas wide. On the southern shore of the sea is a city by name Lanka, which is where Ravana rules. In the Antapura of Ravana, I saw Sita, the purest of women. With her thoughts and hopes centered on you, she is managing to keep alive. She is a captive in a garden, which is the pleasure garden of Ravana. When I first saw her, she was surrounded by Rakshasis, all of whom were trying to bully her into accepting the unholy love of Ravana. This noble lady, who has been born to be an heiress to nothing but happiness, is today the most unhappy of women. I saw her hair, which was matted due to neglect and which was lying in a single strand, twisted into a rough plait and hanging on her back like a deadly snake. She was half reclining and half sitting on the bare ground. She is imprisoned in that garden, and several fearful Rakshasis guard her. Like a lotus drenched in dew, she is looking wilted and sad. There is no way for her to escape from Ravana. She had made up her mind to give up her life, and I saw her then. Her thoughts are bent on you, Rama, and she is thinking only of you. Hanuman told Rama about his sitting on top of the tree and reciting the story of the kings of the Ikshvaku race, and about how he won the confidence of Sita. He related to him the conversation with Sita and about everything in great detail. He said, She has sent you the following message. Rama, I will stay alive for a month more. I will not be allowed to live longer than that by this Ravana. Save me before the expiry of the month. When she was given your ring, she was as happy as though she had seen you in person. She had sent you her jewel, which she would wear in her hair in the days when she had been with you. She had kept it very carefully, and she gave it to me and asked me to give it to you. She asked me to remind you about the incident of the crow and also about the tilaka made by the dust of the stone Manasila. She said that only she knew about it, and you and she wanted you. She said that only she knew about it and you, and she wanted you to remember them. Rama took the jewel in his hand, and tears sprang to his eyes as he clasped it to his bosom. With his voice faltering because of his emotion, he told Sugriva, Seeing this jewel, my mind is sorely distressed as a mother cow's will when it thinks of her calf. This was given to Sita by her father, and she was wearing it during our wedding. She was beautiful when this jewel adorned her hair. This had been given by Indra to Janaka when he was pleased with that king. This jewel brings to my mind my father Sita and her father. I feel that Sita is here by my side when I see this. He was silent for a while and then said, Lakshmana, I am seeing this jewel and not Sita, who was also wearing it. Can anything be more pathetic than this? He turned to Hanuman and asked him, Tell me all about the words which Sita spoke. It will be like water to the parched lips of a thirsty man. If she says she will stay alive for a month more, then her life will be longer than mine. I cannot live for a moment more without Sita. Take me to her, my dear Hanuman. Take me to where Sita is. After knowing where Sita is, I cannot tarry even for a moment more. How is my beloved able to bear the cruel words of the Rakshasis who surrounded her? Her face must be without its natural lustre, and we will be like the moon during the season Sharad, when clouds obscure its beauty. Hanuman, tell me once again about her. I am eager to know. Hanuman spoke humbly and in great detail. He related all that had happened in the Ashokavana and about how he spoke to Sita. Hanuman began right from the beginning and told Rama about their meeting, Sampati, and about the certainty with which he had told them that Sita was in the Antapura of Ravana and about how he could see her. Then came their problem as to how the sea was to be crossed. Playing down his own prowess as much as he could, Hanuman told them about the many adventures he had. When he had come back from the city of Lanka, he had told his comrades about the happenings at Lanka with great gusto. But here it was different. He spoke mostly about the incidents which had Sita as the central figure, and he went on to relate the conversation he had with Sita in great detail. Hanuman spoke very humbly and related everything which happened in Lanka. He repeated the manner in which Sita had narrated the episode of Kakasura and her lament that Rama, who could be so angry with a mere crow, was silent now that she was abducted by a Rakshasa. The words of comfort spoken by himself were also repeated to Rama. He did not leave out even a single word spoken by her, and all the while Rama listened with tears running unheeded down his face. Hanuman concluded, My lord, I have assured her that you will soon be in Lanka, accompanied by our king and his army of monkeys and bears. Her grief is slightly assuaged by my words of encouragement and assurance, and Devi is bravely counting the days which will have to pass before she can be reunited with you. She is eagerly waiting for the day when Ravana will be killed by you, and when she is assured of the deliverance from the hands of the wicked Rakshasa king. Jai Shri Hanuman, Jai Shri Sita Ram, Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Rama Rama Varanane. Iti Shri Sundara Kanda Samapti. Om Shri Ramar Pranamastu.